and I want to share very few points. So how to crack interview. So interview preparation tips. How we will how we will crack the interview easily. So first of all, in my suggestion, so like in my experience, so up to now I attended n number of interviews, and many of my trainees already selected since last 3 days and 4 days back. Almost four trainees are get into final phase, final round. And today, one of my trainee, so he's completed HR discussion also. So we are waiting for offer from the HR end. Okay. And here basically I will start this session. So first of all, I will try to concentrate how to crack the interview easily. I don't want to go in depth and in depth subject and all. I don't want to go. First of all, simply how to crack the interview. So the first point is very clear. So here the time of interview is 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I observed most of the timings of interview is 30 minutes only. And nowadays, how many interview rounds we have? Like we have just one or two rounds only, not more than that. So before Corona, when I attended interviews in offline, especially, so we have rounds like 5 to 6, 7, 8. So that much of rounds we have. But right now, interview is very easy. By cracking of interview, it's very, very easy. It's not tough. Why? Because here there is no not much more than that rounds, and we don't have any written examination, and we don't have in-depth technical skills and all. So nothing. So first of all, when you applied your resume in your Naukri, so once you applied, so is there any requirement? So first of all, HR will call you and will ask some details like your name and your details, your experience and your projects or whatever it is. This is just initial call. That's it. It's matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes. And later HR will ask to you like, could you please share your PAN number or Aadhaar or one passport size photo. So once you will send later, according to that, they will schedule the interview. So basically, in my observation right now, there is only two rounds. So one is technical round and the second one is HR discussion. But some of the companies, they will add these rounds into two parts like technical round one and technical round two, and finally HR discussion. So HR discussion is very easy. Why? Because here we need to discuss our salary things and our expectation. Currently, what's our salary? And so this discussion is very easy. So we will try to concentrate these discussions mostly. So this is the technical round, right? So in my concern, cracking of interview, it's very, very easy. So if you believe me or not, by cracking of interview is very easy. If you know some tips, if you have some knowledge, if you have some counter, so some tactive skills, right? So first of all, I will suggest you some of the few points which is related to interview preparation tips. So first of all, how will get calls? So it's very clear. So most of my trainees will get n number of calls daily. So 5 to 10 calls, and daily they will attend interview. And some of the trainees are goes to final level also. Some of the trainees are already joined in some of the organizations. So can anyone have a doubt still like we didn't receive any calls, and right now there is no calls in market. So if you have concerns like this, please don't tell like that. So even today also we attended, my trainees attended nearly 4 interviews, especially three trainees attended 4 interviews. So right now there is a huge calls first of all, but the thing is if you not received any calls, the problem is with you, not with the subject and all, right? So yeah. So basically here the important thing is once you not received the calls much, Here the reason is resume. Resume is the main reason, right? So in your resume, for example, if you want to take interview with 4 years of experience or 5 years of experience, or some members they will put the experience into 3 years. So my suggestion is please do not go with ECC. So if you are putting in your resume completely ECC project, so definitely you will not get any calls. So my suggestion is please go through your resume by SAP S4HANA implementation or SAP S4HANA support or SAP S4HANA enhancement. So if you put in your resume like this, so definitely you will get huge calls, no doubt at all, right? So if you not received calls as much of your expectation, please first of all change your resume. So in that resume, my suggestion, my personal recommendation is please add these projects into in your resume, like SAP S4HANA implementation and support and enhancement. Why? Because so many of trainees they will put resume like this, like ECC implementation. So from period 2022, ayo, I will not share my screen. Sorry. So then I will share my screen. No problem. Yes. So here you can see all of you visible my screen, right? Yeah. So like so many trainees, they will put resume like this, like ECC implementation 2020 or 2021, like that. But the thing is, from 2019 onwards, the SAP already stopped the ECC product. So it means there is no ECC product sale in the market from the 2019 onwards, right? So it means if you are putting in our resume from 2019 later, like ECC implementation, it means you're absolutely fake, right? So obviously we are putting experience by fake experience, but the thing is the companies wants good fake candidates, right? So that's the reason once you put in our resume after 2019, don't put the ECC implementation. If you want to put ECC, then yes, you can put, but the thing is ECC support project only you can maintain, right? So and later 2019, if you want to put any implementation, then please put only SAP S4HANA implementation. Don't put the ECC implementation. If you are maintaining in your resume like this, so definitely you will get use calls. This is my first suggestion. Once you not received the calls as much, please don't put ECC projects in our resume. Please change your resume according to that. And later the second out is, for example, if I want to go with 4+ years of experience, then how many projects I need to put? You can put at least 3 projects. Out of that 3, at least one project is mandatory for implementation. This is also very, very important point. And that too, this one is I personally recommended, please go through by SAP S4HANA implementation, not with the ECC implementation, right? So if you change your resume like this, so definitely you will get n number of calls. So most of my trainees, I think they already experienced personally also. So all my trainees will get n number of calls. Interview is not a thing. Okay. So then next, how to crack the interview easily? What is the shortcut? Is there any shortcut to crack the interview? Yes, we have shortcuts also. So first of all, I said my experience, like for example, if your interview time is 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So first of all, you can plan your time like this. So first of all, you can go to your self introduction. Usually our interview starts with this point only, self introduction. So in self introduction, at least you need to spend 5 minutes. If you spend at least 5 minutes in your self introduction, so then the interviewer will get good impression from about you, right? So then how I will tell my self introduction to the interviewer, right? So in my suggestion, first of all, please go through your name. That's it. Okay. And here some of the students tell like this, like their name, father name, mother name, brother name, sister name, grandmother name, granddaughter name. No, don't tell like that. Just you can tell your name. That's it. That is more than enough. And the next point is, what is our educational qualification? And that too, you can tell almost what is your highest educational qualification. So here also, so many trainees will tell wrongly, like they will tell like I completed my 10th class in 2005, intermediate 2007, degree 2010, or like that they will say like I was completed my degree in 2014, MBA 2016. Don't tell like this. So straight away your name, what is your name and all, and straight away what is your highest educational qualification. That 2 points is more than enough. Highest educational qualification. And the third point is your location. So what's your location? So these 3 points is more than enough regarding your personal things. Apart from that, don't discuss any personal things in your interview. Don't waste your valuable time. Right, straight away you can start your interview like this, like this is Gopi and my highest educational qualification is MBA, and I belongs to Hyderabad, and my native place is Hyderabad. This is more than enough. Then immediately you can go into jumping into session like your experience. Experience. So in experience also, don't tell like your complete end-to-end experience and all. You can tell experience like I have experience overally. So 6 years out of that, 6 years out of that. So I have experience in SAP. So 4.2 years like that. Okay. And later, especially in this point of view, you need to tell your interviewer, in your total 4.2 years of SAP experience, so which projects you are working? You need to tell briefly, like how many projects up to now you are working, like what are that projects, what are that clients. Okay. So within that, on which projects out of the 3 projects, so where you will be working, like which team you are belongings, like in implementation, then already where it comes to in implementation, we have different teams, right? Like a design team, build team, testing team, data migration team. So we have different teams. Where it comes to support, we have teams like application support, global support, production support. We have different teams, right? So you need to tell your interview, for out of 3 projects, for example, if I consider 4 years of experience and I will maintain my projects is 3, so out of 3, exactly on which team you are working, out of the team, what is your roles and responsibilities? You need to explain very clearly what's your roles and responsibilities. So you need to tell the interviewer this point also. It's very clear. So what is our roles and responsibilities of that particular project? And yeah, freshers that is complete different. And so this one I will explain for experience who is having at least 4 years, right? So your roles and responsibilities, and especially currently which organization you are working, currently you are working organization is also very important. Out of that, which current organization, what's your exact roles and responsibilities? So like this, you need to tell your interview, your self introduction, and later what is your comfortable areas. For example, if you are belongs to finance module, what is our comfortable areas? It means on which areas you are comfortably working within that. So these things also you need to tell the interviewer comfortable areas. For example, if I am expecting a GL's part like general ledger, or if I am expecting, if I expert in AP module like accounts payable, accounts receivable, or asset accounting, whatever areas you comfortable, like for example FIMM integration, FISD integration, APP with IDOC, APP with DME, or the implementation scenarios which is related to end to end, or which is related to implementation like agile methodology. So whatever comfortable zones your comfort, those things you need to tell the interview, and this point is decide to your interview. Whatever points you mentioned in this area, from this area onwards the interviewer will try to ask the questions. If you tell exactly this one, definitely you will crack your interview without doubt, right? So self introduction is very very important. Why? Because we have one ఈ పాయింట్ ఉంటుంది ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇంప్రెషన్ ఇస్ ద బెస్ట్ ఇంప్రెషన్ అని అంటుంటారు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్వేస్ కరెక్ట్, రైట్? సి ఇఫ్ యూ నాట్ టెల్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ యాజ్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూయర్ వాంట్, then he is not interested with you. It plays key role, and that too, this self introduction we need to explain at least 5 minutes. Your name, your highest educational qualification, and your location, and your experience, overall experience, and SAP experience. Out of the SAP experience, how many projects you are working? So currently which project you are working? So currently in our project what is our roles and responsibilities? So you need to tell, explain very briefly, right? So later, once it is completed, later you can go to this topic. What is our comfortable areas? Like you are comfortable with which areas in finance, right? So if you tell self introduction like this 5 minutes, so definitely you will get good impression from interviewer point of view. ఓకే. సో చాలా మంది ఏం చేస్తుంటారంటే చాలా మిస్టేక్స్ చేస్తా ఉంటారు. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో నేమ్ చెప్పమంటే వాళ్ళ నేము, వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ నేము, లేకపోతే వాళ్ళ గ్రాండ్ ఫాదర్ నేము, ఈ నేమ్స్ అన్నీ చెప్తుంటారు. సో లేకపోతే ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ క్వాలిఫికేషన్ చెప్పమంటే 10థ్ క్లాస్‌లో అది చేశాను, ఇంటర్మీడియేట్‌లో ఇక్కడ దూకాను, లేకపోతే డిగ్రీలో ఇక్కడేదో చేసేసాను, ఇవన్నీ చెప్తుంటారు. సో అంటే చాలా మంది తెలియదు. ప్రొఫెషనల్‌గా ఎలా మనం సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ చెప్పాలి. అంటే 10థ్ క్లాస్‌లో కబడ్డీలో ఆ ప్రైజ్ వచ్చింది. ఇంటర్మీడియేట్‌లో ఈ ప్రైజ్ వచ్చింది. ఎంబీఏలో నాకు ఈ గోల్డ్ మెడల్ వచ్చింది. ఇవన్నీ చెప్తుంటారు పనికిమాలినయన్నీ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ వేస్ట్ అవర్ వాల్యుబుల్ టైమ్, right? And that too the interviewer is not expecting what is your 10th class and what's your intermediate, that and all he didn't want, right? He wants regarding only this point in SAP. So on which areas you are comfortable, on which areas you are working, and out of that what is your roles and responsibilities, and what is your comfortable areas. He wants more this on points, not your personal things, రైట్? సో నేను అదే చెప్పేది. ఇంటర్వ్యూని మీరు ఈజీగా క్రాక్ చేయాలి అంటే మీ సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అట్లీస్ట్ 5 మినిట్స్ ఈ పాయింట్స్‌ని బేస్ చేసుకొని చెప్పాలి. ఓకే. ఈ పాయింట్స్‌లో కూడా ఇట్స్ వెరీ క్లియర్. జస్ట్ నేమ్, హైయెస్ట్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ క్వాలిఫికేషన్ అండ్ యువర్ లొకేషన్. అండ్ లేటర్ డైరెక్ట్‌లీ యూ కెన్ జంప్ ఇంటు ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్స్, your total experience, and as well as SAP experience. Out of that SAP experience, how many projects you are worked? Out of the 3 projects, what is that projects? Is it implementation or support or enhancement or whatever it is, right? So later you can go to your current organization, and out of that current organization, later you can go to your comfortable areas, like on which areas you are comfortable. So if you tell like this self introduction, definitely you will be in track, right? So later the interviewer will starts the questions, will start asking the questions. Mostly here happen two things. One is the interviewer asked is based on your resume, whatever points you maintained in your resume, and the second one is based on your comfortable zones, whatever you mentioned in above point. So these two places only interviewer, most of the interviewer asking questions. These two places based on your resume and based on your comfortable areas. సో నేను అదే చెప్పేది, మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్రాక్ చేయాలి అంటే అది మీ చేతుల్లోనే ఉంటుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? అండ్ మై పర్సనల్ సజెషన్ ఈస్ whatever points you know very clearly, what are the points you have some experience, like you know the end to end, those points only please maintain in our resume. Don't put all the points in your resume. If you knows or if you don't knows, you can put at the time of interviewer, the interviewer will ask all the questions, whatever you mentioned in your resume. So that's the reason, based on your resume, the interviewer will ask the questions. So that's the reason, don't put unwanted topics in your resume. If you knows very well, then you can put in your resume. If you don't knows, simply leave the topics, right? And in comfortable area also, please be careful. Whatever areas you know the end to end, those areas only you can put in our, you can tell in our interview, right? So this is the crucial points for self introduction, 5 minutes, right? So out of 30 minutes, so we completed 5 minutes successfully. It means the remaining time is how much? The remaining time is 25 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes. But mostly in my experience, like right now, the interviews time will be 30 minutes only, not 45 minutes also. 45 minutes we are getting very rarely, right? So you have time only 25 minutes. Out of the 25 minutes, then how you will crack your interview easily, right? So here we have important topics, especially in finance point of view, like FIMM integration, FISD integration, APP, APP with IDOC, APP with DME, new GL or document splitting, changes between SAP ECC to SAP S4 HANA, okay, and new tables in SAP S4 HANA or system landscape, overall implementation project overview, support project overview, and incident handling, and what are the rise of objects, and what are the enhancements, and in especially asset accounting, asset under construction scenarios like interfaces or real-time scenarios, it means real-time incidents, and recently what are the difficult issue you are facing, finally EBS. So we have important topics like this, okay? So please go through this all important documents, important topics. Once the interviewer asking any out of this topic, your target is you have to tell answer at least 10 minutes. It means మీకు అబౌవ్ చెప్పిన 20 టాపిక్స్ లో నుంచి గనక క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది ఇంటర్వ్యూయర్ నోట్ నుంచి అంటే అట్లీస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ అట్లీస్ట్ 5 to 10 minutes మినిమం, 5 to 10 minutes. సో నేనేం చెప్తానంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూని క్రాక్ చేయాలి అంటే మెయిన్ మీరు అక్కడ టైంని కిల్ చేయాలి. మనకున్న 30 మినిట్స్లో 5 minutes సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్, ఇంకా 25 minutes ఉంది. 25 minutes ని మీరు ఎంత ఎఫెక్టివ్గా టైం కిల్ చేస్తారో అంత ఎఫెక్టివ్గా మీరు సెలెక్ట్ అవుతారు. టైం కిల్ చేయటం అంటే ఏంటి అంటే, సో ఏదన్నా ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినప్పుడు సో దాన్ని ఇన్ డీటెయిల్డ్గా బ్రీఫ్గా చెప్పాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యువర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ ఆస్కింగ్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ FIMM ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ or could you please briefly explain about the complete cycle of P2P, ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్తారంటే చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ P2P అంటే P2P సైకిల్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ప్రొక్యూర్ టు పేమెంట్ సైకిల్, దట్స్ ఇట్, అంతే అయిపోతుంది ఆన్సర్. లేకపోతే ఏదన్నా క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే ఏపీపీ వాట్ డూ మీన్ బై ఏపీపీ అంటే ఏపీపీ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఆటోమేటిక్ పేమెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, దట్స్ ఇట్, అయిపోతుంది ఆన్సర్. ఇలాగే చెప్తుంటారు చాలా మంది. అండ్ వాట్ డూ మీన్ బై ఐడాక్ అంటే ఐడాక్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్ డాక్యుమెంట్, దట్స్ ఇట్, అయిపోయింది, క్లోజ్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద నాట్ అప్రోచ్, నాట్ గుడ్ అప్రోచ్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద నాట్ కరెక్ట్ వే, రైట్? So out of these 20 topics, interviewer asking any question, you need to tell the answer at least 5 to 10 minutes. The minimum time is 5 minutes and the maximum time is 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you kill the time like this, within 3 to 4 questions, your interview is successfully completed. 100% you will be selected. This is my secret. So మీరు కనుక నన్ను మేము ఎలా ఈజీగా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ ఎలా క్రాక్ చేస్తున్నాము ఇప్పుడు మేము కానీ మా ట్రైనీస్ కానీ అంటే దిస్ ఈస్ ద సీక్రెట్, దట్స్ ఇట్, నాట్ మోర్ దాన్ దట్. సో డెఫినెట్లీ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ 20 టాపిక్స్, డెఫినెట్లీ ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ ఆస్కింగ్ అట్లీస్ట్ 3 to 4 టాపిక్స్. at least FIMM integration or FISD integration, or order to cash, or APP with IDOC, DME, new GL, document splitting, whatever I mentioned in this area, 20 topics, mandatorily every interview, the interviewer will ask 3 to 4 sessions of these questions. It means మీకు ఈ టాపిక్స్ లో నుంచి 4 క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగారు అంటే అట్లీస్ట్ ఈచ్ టాపిక్ నుంచి నేను ఎంత టైం మాట్లాడమని చెప్పాను? 5 to 10 మినిట్స్ మాట్లాడమని చెప్పా. మీకు 4 టాపిక్స్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చాయి అంటే యువర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఈజ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఓవర్. ఎట్ ది సేమ్ టైం మై పర్సనల్ రికమెండేషన్ ఈస్ డోంట్ గివ్ మచ్ టైమ్ టు ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్. మీరు ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్కి ఎక్కువ టైం ఇవ్వద్దు. మీరు ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్కి ఎక్కువ టైం ఇస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ విల్ ఆస్క్ ద సో మెనీ క్వశ్చన్స్. చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు వాళ్ళు. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు. సో నేను అదే చెప్పేది, ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఇంటర్వ్యూని క్రాక్ చేయాలి అంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ చెప్పినట్టు మీరు వినొద్దు. మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ వినేటట్టు ప్లాన్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఈజియెస్ట్ వే, స్మార్టెస్ట్ వే, రైట్? సో ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్ ఆస్కింగ్, అట్లీస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు టెల్ ద ఆన్సర్ 5 to 10 minutes. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఒక డౌట్ ఉంటుంది, సార్ నాకు 2 minutes రాదు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పటం, నేను 5 to 10 minutes ఎలా చెప్పాలి ఏ టాపిక్ అయినా? If you prepare very well, definitely you will tell, no doubt at all. See, for example, the interviewer asking regarding this FIMM integration. For example, I will show you. So we have one interview preparation notebook, right? So if I go to my interview preparation notebook, for example, so your interviewer asking this question like FIMM integration, then I will tell you only for this question only. So this is my FIMM integration, right? So if the interviewer asked me same this question, then I will start the answer like this. So FIMM integration is the very, very important integration in finance point of view. Why? Because in business process, basically the business process will be like this, like procurement of goods, and later we can send it to goods to production, and later we will receive finished products, and finally we can sell the products to customers. So especially in procurement area, so the purchasing department will handle, where it comes to in SAP, the team will be handled. These are all activities. But the thing is, when the module is procuring the goods, the payment is performed by the finance team, not team. So that's the reason finance team knows the entire flow of the procurement, and before that finance team will recheck, will check that materials, what are the materials we are purchasing, like that. So finally we need to payment to the vendor. So that is the reason FIMM integration is mandatory integration. So this FIMM integration simply we are called as procurement to pay cycle. So out of that we have cycle like this: purchase requisition, purchase order, goods receipt, invoice receipt, vendor payment to vendor, and finally BRS. So in first two phases like purchase requisition and purchase order, there is no financial activities involved here. So that's the reason there is no general entry for first two steps. Where it comes to goods receipt, the entry will be like this: inventory account data to GRIR clearing account, and invoice receipt, the entry will be GRIR clearing account data to vendor account, and finally vendor payment, the entry will be vendor account data to check issue account. At the time of BRS, the check issue account data to main bank account. But the thing is how this JL entry will be triggered in this place, especially at the time of goods receipt. The interviewer asking question like this. So in that time you can tell to the interviewer like this: in OBYC we have transaction key BSX. In BSX transaction key, I am mapping my GL account with the help of valuation modifier and valuation class. Whatever valuation class I maintained in OBYC, those valuation class I maintained in material master also. For every material, especially in accounting tab 1, I maintained that valuation class. In material valuation class and in OBYC BSX valuation class, once both are matching, then automatically system throws this entry inventory account data. Then how you will get GRIR clearing account? So this one I mapped in WRX transaction key in OBYC. So here the combination like debit credit, general modification, valuation modifier and valuation class. Based on the configuration, the entry will be triggered automatically. See, if you tell answer like this, the logically, so definitely the interviewer knows like you know the end-to-end structure. You know the end-to-end business process. If the interviewer feels that one, definitely you will be select, right? So finally నేనేం చెప్తానంటే how to crack interview easily is simple. First of all, please maintain time like this. What is your interview time, right? So the interview time is 30 minutes or maximum 45 minutes. If you go to 30 minutes, so first of all, you can go to self introduction 5 minutes, right? So the remaining time is 25 minutes. Out of the 25 minutes, we have important topics like this. So interviewer asking any one of this topic, at least you need to tell the answer 5 to 10 minutes. So definitely you will crack your interview, right? This is the smartest way to crack the interview easily. Okay, and especially for our students, daily in our Telegram channel, I uploaded my interview recordings, not only mine, even our trainees interviews also I uploaded daily. So please go through that Telegram channel and please listen 1 by 10 times for each and every video and each and every audio recording. And here you can find how the interviewer will ask the questions and how you will tell the answers and what are the logics. So please go through the Telegram channel and listen 1 by 10 times. And apart from that, anyone wants to learn the real time environment, so please go through my channel GK's Learning Hub. So here I mentioned playlists. Out of that playlist, I will explain each and everything like this. So for example, if you want to learn enhancement project end to end, so here I mentioned 1 to 8 parts which is related to enhancement project. So here I explained each and everything. It's very clearly. So not only this one, even I attached one video recording the real time interview recordings also I will attach in this place. So this interview, one of my trainees selected. So we discussed almost 43 minutes. So please go through this video recording. So not only these videos, here in these videos, I will maintain. Am I clear? Okay. So especially for my students, please don't waste your valuable time. Okay. Please go through these videos and please try to attend interviews. So if you are facing any issues in your interview, please discuss with me always. Okay. And if you need any help, any assistance, I will be always available, no problem at all. So you know my number, WhatsApp number and phone number. Please contact me. So my suggestion, please don't waste your valuable time. Please upload your resume. And if you upload resume in Naukri, you didn't calls, then please upload your resume not only in Naukri. We have different platforms like so we have Shine, we have Indeed, or we have Team HR, or we have one more platform like what is that
LinkedIn,
platform? Monster.
LinkedIn కూడా సార్.
Yeah, LinkedIn. So please use these are all platforms. If you are not getting good calls within Naukri itself, please go through these are all other ways. And if you not get good calls with Naukri free edition, please go through premium edition also. For 3 months, I think they will charge something 2200 or 2500 premium. So please go through that premium also, link the Naukri premium version. Okay. So ila illi each and every member attend అవ్వండి interviews. At the same time, I observed since last 1 week we are getting n number of calls. సో డైలీ అందరూ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్కి అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు, చక్కగా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఫైనల్ రౌండ్ వరకు కూడా వస్తున్నారు. ఓకేనా? ప్లీజ్ అందరూ కూడా వీడియోస్ మన ఇంటర్వ్యూస్కి అటెండ్ అవ్వండి. ఎట్ ది సేమ్ టైం సో మన ఛానల్ని ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఫాలో అవుతూ ఉండండి. ఓకే. సో డెఫినెట్లీ ఈ ఛానల్లో అప్కమింగ్ నేను మంచి మంచి వీడియోస్ మీకు సెండ్ చేసిస్తాను. ఇంటర్వ్యూ రిలేటెడ్గా కానీ, లేకపోతే ఎస్ఏపి S4HANA ఫైనాన్స్ రిలేటెడ్గా కానీ. ఎట్ ది సేమ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూ డేస్ లైక్ ఐ విల్ స్టార్ట్ ద వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ విచ్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు వాట్ ఈస్ ద చేంజెస్ బిట్వీన్ ఎస్ఏపి ఈసీసీ టు ఎస్ఏపి S4HANA. సో ఈ సిరీస్లో కూడా నేను వీడియోస్ చేస్తాను నెక్స్ట్. ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ కూడా సో అందుకే మీరు ఈ ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. వీడియోస్ 1కి 1 ఆర్ 10 టైమ్స్ చూడండి, వినండి. ఓకే. సో ఎనీవన్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్?